should be. I mean,
what's up with y'all, man? This is Ystb Vlogs, and you about to experience the ass whooping of a lifetime. We got the Warriors versus the Cavaliers. Obviously, we are playing on the old school game because this is what we do. Now, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe for us real quick, and let the games begin.
his skill as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right. Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight. One of the most dominant players in 2014 is Kevin Durant, of course, winning the league MVP. Then last year, cut short. We know that he's now on a mission to get back to that level. And Greg, it's on.
It all came down to health for Kevin Durant. And at this point in his career, I mean, he's got the maturity. He's developed the skill set. He's just got to stay on the court. And really, when you talk about the game of basketball, the rest will take care of itself.
Love kicks to Irving. It's blocked by Adams. And here they come. Here's Westbrook. Wide open shot is on the money.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Love outside. That's out of bounds to the Cavaliers. Change possession. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Guys, I had a chance to talk with head coach Billy Donovan. He said that the key to the game will be how well they defend Kyrie Irving, adding he's shown himself to be one of the premier point guards in the game already. Whether it's passing, shooting, or penetrating, we need our guys in the backcourt to really get up into him, and our bigs need to be ready to bring help. Guys, you can bet that Irving will be their focus defensively.
Thanks, Doris. Durant with it, now guarded by Shumpert. Westbrook with the bucket.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense is basically the running play.
They got to get going.
Yeah, the drive to the bucket was great, but the finger roll was even better.
Durant against Irving. Outside Durant. Beyond the arc. And the Thunder another three.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
Cavs were one of the top teams in the East last year, and it was in large part to how strong they were at home.
What, did they shoot it from behind the arc at home, Kevin? I mean, top 3 in the league in terms of three-point shooting. It does help to have LeBron.
Aw, hell no.
I got hella batteries.
Where they at? I might need them.
That is.
Yeah. Batteries died. You got me playing with some old ass batteries. That's how you know he cheating.
Are you mine? Right.
It's effective.
2 shots. And, you know, for the Cavs at home, they ended with 31 wins there. Second best record in the East in that regard. A lot of those wins actually came after the All-Star break.
And how about the Cavs last season? 18 straight home wins for them. Third longest home win streak in their history. And that home winning streak helped them jump from the middle of the playoff path to the 2 seed.
And the shot is good. 8 points for Russell Westbrook.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep.
LeBron, defended by Durant. It's LeBron with the drive. And it's blocked by Adams. Here's Westbrook. Banked in off the glass. Westbrook's got 10 points in the game. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
and the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
Irving drives in. Shumpert. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
No hesitation at all on
Somebody
that.
was gonna
Saw
catch
his
it.
teammate with the path to the hoop. Bang! Lobbed it right up there for him.
And he was ready for it, elevated, and made the catch. You saw the result.
And you know what, though? I like the fact that he still chose that conservative finish there, just making sure we got the deuce.
Kyrie Irving made his first playoff appearance last season with the Cavs and individually got a big $90 million max extension as well. He's in a really good spot in his career at this point.
And speaking of Irving's star stats, last season a signature shoe in his name. I see, in fact, you and Clark are wearing them tonight. That's always a big deal.
Kevin, that's an elite club to be in. Only the true superstars get that kind of status. He certainly got the flash to go with the substance.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Dennis Cantor's checked in for Steven Adams. Allison comes in for Serge Ibaka. Kyle Singler's checked in for Kevin Durant. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Andre Robertson. And Cleveland making a change here. Jefferson's checked in. The pass to Augustine. Waiters. Kicks it to Singler. From downtown. Rebound by Anderson Varejao.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
And another miss by Cleveland.
He's the one guy that I think the defense is going to live with being open.
And you know what? He is also relentless on the boards. He works as hard on his rebounding as anybody you're going to see.
Pass to Waiters. He feeds it to Augustine. It's stolen by Smith. Pushing it up. There's Mo Williams on the assist by Smith. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stretch for the Cavaliers?
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Augustine dishes to Waiters. Here's Singler. The 19-footer is on the money. Singler's got his first bucket in this one.
They got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical, dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
And it's Gigi Augustine with the foul. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Just 2 to shoot. It's Jefferson outside.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive end.
Yeah, I agree. Not a lot of activity chasing down their misses. Some teams focus on getting back, and I understand that. But you should send at least one guy after that.
Here's Williams. Nelson Smith with the assist that time. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Thunder out in front.
Comeback is real.
And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players will be hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. And for the Thunder guys, what stands out to you so far?
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
Good ball movement and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
Held it over the pass to Jefferson. And stolen by Singler. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Waiters. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Waiters got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Thunder. When you look at the roster of the Thunder from last year, Clark, they knew how to build from within.
Well, last season's roster, everybody but one player was either drafted or played via trade. That's a rare combo in the NBA.
The feed out to Singler. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. St. Louis got 5 now. Inside to Jefferson. Gives him the lead pass. There Zhao can't hit.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those balls.
It wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
The Thunder shoot their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
For the Thunder, Baca comes in for Ennis Cantor. And Kevin Durant is subbed in for Kyle Singram. And watching Nick Collison, he makes all the hustle plays, all the little plays, the things that really will not show up in a score sheet, stat sheet. For over a decade, he's had that role and embraced it.
And Kevin, the other thing he does as a veteran is a coach knows what he's going to get. He doesn't make the mistakes that some players make. And while he's not going to be a great scorer in the post or a high-flying rim protector, his game really is built on intelligence and toughness. And so positioning for charges, making open mid-range jump shots, all the unsung things that help a team win games.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Westbrook kicks to Roberson. Back to Westbrook. Lets it go from the wing. And counting. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him. And we'd be remiss if we didn't also mention his supreme shot blocking. And he doesn't do it softly. He comes up with emphatic denials.
Timeout called Cleveland.
You know, on the topic of Nick Collison's shooting, last season was his only real setback. Only shot 42% after having a career 54% shooting percentage. And he's up slightly in most other categories, especially the ones based on hustle and effort.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Irving's checked in. Back to Love. The kick out to Irving. Offline with his 3.
And when you talk about Nick Collison, every team needs someone like him. He's focused, unselfish. He's that hard-nosed big with just enough skill to bite you when you forget about him.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Westbrook kicks to Roberson. Durant. But they get it down. Ibaka dishes to Westbrook. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Westbrook's got 13.
Well, it's obvious the difference in this quarter has been their dominance on the offensive board.
Yeah, plenty of second chance points. Also keeps the opponent out of transition, not resting on their lead, staying active.
LeBron outside. 9 feet out. And the bucket counts. He's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
And Westbrook, here we go. And he dunks it down.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Westbrook with the block. And Shumpert kicks to LeBron. Off target from outside.
Not good shot selection. Long range and a defender all up in your jersey.
And you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not. He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
How about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, Kevin. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
We know Oklahoma City has the stars, the big names, the offensive flair. But, you know, Greg, this team, and you appreciate this, is a very tough defensive group.
Yeah, I think they they've matured in that area. In the past, that wasn't always true. But last year, Thunder really hung their hat on their defense. Top 10 in opponents' field goal percent.
And first time of the game called for Oklahoma City.
Good game.
Oklahoma City leading by 8. Here's Roberson. Back to Adams. Feeds it to Robertson. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. For 3, Westbrook. A putback. Mozgov with the block. They get it back. Fires for 3. Oklahoma City gets it back. Westbrook passes to Durant. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists in the game. Cleveland's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. LeBron dishes to Shumpert. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Shumpert's got 5 now.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there. Going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for them.
Here's Roberson, and a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Love kicks to Irving. Kicks it out to LeBron, and that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. And so here's Cleveland. 8-point game. Love, defended by Ibaka. Here's Shumpert. Again, Shumpert missing. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime.
Trying to be greedy.
So once again, y'all seeing that he's losing. Russell Westbrook got 13 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Completely dominating. I don't think there's anything he can do, honestly. He can do anything he can do.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment.
Damn,
Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
You know, we talk so often about making your teammates better, and his ability to see the floor and then make those passes on time in that first half was the key.
Boy, I tell you what, they say he's not a playmaker, but he certainly has fooled me with the way he's performing right now.
Some solid defense there from Irving.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out. They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
And good on the basket. Book it. And that's 15 points for Kevin Durant.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
You go back before last season with Durant. He was up to lead Team USA to the tournament, but had to withdraw from the team.
And you know, withdrawing Kevin might have been the right play to keep him healthy. He still ended up on the shelf a good while last year, but I still think it was the right decision on his part.
Westbrook kicks to Roberson and stolen by LeBron. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Good on the second free throw.
And as competitive as Durant is, you know, it was strange to see him take himself off of Team USA. But let's face it, that Paul George injury played a big role, not only in his decision, but in a lot of guys throughout the league.
That's good. And there's something else on his resume that can't be overlooked. Just how many times he's taken over at the end of close games and carried his team to the win.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. Dion Waiters checked in for Andre Robertson. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third.
And you know, Durant was not the only one affected by that injury for Paul George. To see something like that happen in an exhibition game can make anybody think twice about summer play.
Westbrook kicks to Adams. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Adams has got his second basket of the game. And the Cavaliers call time here. The Cavaliers trail by 6. LeBron passes to Irving. He kicks it to Mozgov.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover.
Oh, my goodness. Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the road.
Durant doing all sorts of things. He's got 17 points, and he's sprayed home 3 3-pointers as well.
This is really production personified from long range.
I'll tell you what, it was a really strong year for the Cavs. 53 wins for them, good for the 6th best mark in team history. A lot of those wins also came against the West, making it even more impressive.
And Oklahoma City making the change here. Feathers checked in. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2. That one I love.
And guys, you talk about players who have that killer instinct. Russell Westbrook is right at the top of that list.
What do you think, Greg, about Westbrook's killer instincts? You were alluding to that. It's very apparent at times. Players praise, and Clark, I think, fear him for just that characteristic alone.
Well, how about this, Kevin? Kobe Bryant said Westbrook has the same love for competition that he has. Whenever other guards are pulled, Westbrook is their worst matchup.
Fires the 3. That's good. Westbrook's got 18 points in the game.
What the fuck is
Second
happening?
half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. LeBron against Durant. Got a piece of it. Westbrook with the steal. And now Westbrook pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And guys, I'll tell
fuck
you, big
is
swing
going
right
on?
there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this small, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
Shimmy out the game.
Durant for 3. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
Man.
Westbrook's got 6 assists in the game.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
And that one's good.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Back to Durant. Here's the 3. And the Thunder, another 3.
No doubt about the
the
consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And Shumpert kicks to Irving. Love. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Irving drives in. Passes it to Mozgov. And that one's good. Mozgov's got 4 points this quarter.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. Oklahoma City leading by 14. Augustine dishes to Waiters. And he uses the glass on the layup. Waiters got his second bucket.
You know, I think anytime the shot comes from that range, the offense has done its job and done it well.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
Smith, the pass to Thompson. Out to Smith. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. Russell Westbrook's checked in for the Thunder. 6 on the shot clock. Dellavedova kicks to Williams.
Oh my God.
Augustine with the steal. A finish. Finished out by Westbrook. Now Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I
Oh, come on.
never seen a dunk like that in the game. I certainly can't remember the last time I
I
saw
tell
one.
you what, fellas, you might not see another one like that one for a while.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
Augustine dishes to Westbrook. Off target from three-point range. Thompson with it. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Williams, headed by Augustine. Williams passes to Thompson. Elbow it over from outside. Can't get it to go. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit. We'll make it. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Oklahoma City?
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
And how about the work they're doing also on the offensive glass? Getting those extra opportunities has been critical.
Williams with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. Offensive rebound. Thompson. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And Kevin, the knack for the offensive rebound, a big part of what makes this guy special.
Not to mention, Greg, his ability to finish with strength just like that.
Yeah, he's an invaluable asset to them to have. No question about it.
LeBron with the ball. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession. And the Thunder making a switch here. Westbrook against Irving. The kick out to LeBron. The Thunder pull it in. Cantor's got 5 rebounds tonight.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Durant dishes to Westbrook. And 2 free throws coming up. This is that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. When you think about guards who play without fear or any hesitation, Russell Westbrook is the first of those guys to come to mind.
I tell you what, man, his relentless pursuit and attacking of the goal and his opponent is really something to watch.
Dion Waiters checked in for Augustine. Back to LeBron. And he hits the jumper. Well, he's been waiting for that for a while. The Thunder leading by 16. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Durant just inside the line. Oklahoma City the rebound.
Multiple possessions have been the story of the game, and even with the big lead, this team continues to be quicker to the ball.
Here's Westbrook. Shakes off the strong D and hit the bucket for 2. Westbrook's got 17 points here in the second half. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Westbrook at the steal. And there it goes, jamming that one home.
And that steal paid instant dividends.
No wasted time or motion getting out on that fast break.
On the wing, Irving. Dishes to Love. From outside, off the mark.
Let's go.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
It's absolutely dominant.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. The Cavaliers trail by 20. LeBron drives in. The kick out to Irving. Pass to Shumpert. Cleveland moving the ball around. Shot is off. So the Thunder will take it the other way. Here's Westbrook. Here's Ibaka. The dish to Waiters. Osgood with the steal. Here's Irving. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Despite the troubles he had in the first half, he stayed composed and focused, and now he's getting it going.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Roberson's checked in.
And for all the flash and dash in Oklahoma City over the past few years, Serge Ibaka silently goes about his business. While all eyes are on the big stars, Durant and Westbrook, Ibaka lurks around like a jaguar. I mean, finding opportunities to exploit any weakness in the opposition.
Westbrook with it. He dishes it to Durant. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. That's 28 points for Kevin Durant. Irving attacking, takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And folks, those are you just don't see from that one spot every day.
Well, that's why he is such an uncommon talent.
Yep, uncommon and unparalleled. I mean, he makes things happen out there for sure.
Talking about Ibaka, does so many things that help his team. The little things that always make a difference, even with his superb free throw shooting. To a remarkable Clark, 84%.
Yeah, but you know, Ibaka had an injury of his own. As much as people talk about Durant's injury, the knee soreness Ibaka had cost him 18 games last year. So that was tough for him.
Durant for three. The Cavaliers pull it in. Love's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Oklahoma City leading by 19. Cantor covered by LeBron. And Roberson kicks to Durant. Off target with his three.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And Andre Roberson is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Irving against Westbrook. Shoots. And LeBron with the basket. The assist by Irving. 3 points for LeBron. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're up by 17. There's 1:38 left here in the fourth quarter. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. Durant kicks to Westbrook. On the three off target. The Cavaliers trail by 17. LeBron with it. Can't recover. LeBron passes to Irving. Cleveland the rebound. Shepard dishes to Moscow. Love lets the three fly, and Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 7 rebounds in the game. Westbrook double team. Roberson. Ibaka right side. Here's Irving. Finish off the break.
The floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
And he lays it straight in. There's 45 seconds left in the game. Outside Westbrook. It's good from the top of the key. Westbrook's got 34.
And the fans already heading for the exits. Clearly not pleased with the way things turned out today.
So, Greg, this was a well-deserved win. I mean, they came into this building and acted like it was their home turf. I mean, they were the ones calling the shots and controlling everything.
Poked away and stolen by LeBron.
I think it's safe to say this baby's over.
Yeah, that's fairly obvious. I'd say that's a really good assumption on your part.
High post try. This is off the right angle. From deep. No. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did.
Ah, man, don't be mad. All right, let's see what Westbrook done pulled off for tonight. Woo! 34 points, 4 rebounds, and 7 assists. A tremendous playing. Look at this. Durant, 28 points. Look at that. LeBron James, 8 points.
Como un
That's
libro
why I
abierto,
love it.
ansiosa de aprender la historia no contada de nuestros
This is why
ancestros,
Ystb
con el viento que dejaron los abuelos y que viven cada pensamiento de esta amada tierra.
Yeah, I beat you.
Quien sabe cuidar las que de verdad quiera ver, para mirar de nuevo, para ver lo cierto y despertar en ojos ciegos, sin miedo, tú y yo descolonicemos.
This is Ystb Vlogs. Thanks for y'all for watching. Make sure y'all go like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you.